Threads FreePBX module, video number 1, installing module and basic configuration. Hi there and welcome to this short video where I'm going to show you how to install the Threads FreePBX module and do the basic configuration on it so that you can use it. There'll be a separate video which will be more of a user video where we'll show how to assign users on your FreePBX system to groups to activate call transcription for those users. So to kick off, in this this is a FreePBX 16. We go to our module admin section, and in here we're going to upload a new module with this TGZ file. You can copy and paste that from the documentation. So we download, and then going back to the local module administration, we'll see our module shows up in the connectivity section. It's not yet installed because there's a dependency. I just wanted to illustrate that we have certain dependencies that you'll have to resolve. In this case, the user manager is out of date, so I'm going to go and update that now before I can install the Threads module. So having updated the user manager module, if I go back to the Threads module, I'll now be able to install it. So let's do that. And now we're installed. So we now have some new options: Threads client configuration, client contexts, and under connectivity we've got Threads client status. We'll go there first because the first thing that you'll need to do after installing us is, as you can see at the top here, to update your CEL database to provide some additional fields that we need. So we do this on the installation tab of the Threads client status screen, so that's here, and I'll click here to update my database. Depending on the size of the database, read the warnings here, this might take a little while. This is an empty database, so this will be fairly quick. Okay, that's done. So the next thing to take care of is visiting the best practice tab, and in here we'll find a bunch of configuration steps on your FreePBX system that are either already compatible with us, in which case you'll get a green tick, or they're optional or they're required. So you can see that we have 3 items at the top that are required, and they're all actually taking place within the Threads client configuration. So those are all happening under settings in the Threads client configuration. And so we need to provide a username and password, for example. Let's go back to the Threads client status best practice window again. So we will resolve the top 3 steps right now. There are some additional steps which are optional but recommended, including things like just having an active backup of your FreePBX configuration. Each of these steps can be resolved. We provide a link over in the resolution column that takes you to the required section within the FreePBX administration to resolve those items. So let's first set the to and from. So if I click in the resolution link here, I can resolve the missing email addresses which Threads needs to proceed. So it has an email address from which it can send and receive. The third task, which was essential, was to effectively switch Threads on by having it enabled, sending calls and configuration changes. You can also have a single shot configuration where a single call will be sent to Threads and then will disable in case you want to just test, or you can just have your configuration changes sent to Threads but no calls. So let's enable and send all calls and configuration changes. And finally, I'm going to enter the username and password that connects me to the Threads API endpoint that you will have been provided with, either as a trial or as a subscription. So with those fields changed, I'm going to save. And I will now go back to the best practice tab here. And you can now see that we don't have any red required changes that we need to make. The rest of these changes are optional.